Will a win over Canelo put you ahead of Mayweather as the greatest boxer of this generation?
Listen, I leave the opinions to everybody else, but like I said, after this fight, when I defeat Canelo, I'm gonna be on Mount Rushmore. That's where I'm gonna be.
The time had finally come. Two different eras of boxing met in the same field. On one side, there was Floyd "Money" Mayweather, who had a perfect 50-0 record as a boxer. Tedeschi, on the other hand, Bud Crawford shocked everyone by beating Canelo Alvarez and becoming the undisputed pound-for-pound champion of this age. They were now standing face-to-face for the first time. There should be no more arguments or what-ifs about fantasy. Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford are both in the spotlight and in front of cameras at the same time. Trust me, the fight wasn't just another event for the press. This event was the beginning of history.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah.
Before you can understand how silly this fight was, you need to go back a bit. Before 2025, most people would laugh if you asked them who they thought would win between Mayweather and Crawford. Floyd couldn't be hurt. Floyd was the best ever.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Nope.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore. So that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
Beat your ass.
But then there was Canelo versus Crawford. Crawford was the smaller man who was trying to lose weight and do something that seemed difficult. Still, he did it. Canelo Alvarez lost to him. He didn't just get through it. He didn't just get by. He was in charge.
Terence Crawford had the ability to fight backwards and stay composed, good defense, hands was always up, countering everything that Canelo was throwing at him. He was just a little more active fight. Canelo did hit him to the body, but it was pretty much all Terence Crawford.
I think some of what we saw from Canelo is what he's has to resort to now to fight. Maybe he's dealt with some injuries to where he's not as mobile. It's just the pattern that he's put himself in for the last, 6 to 8 fights. That same pattern is why Bivol was able to get him.
He did not allow Canelo to get inside, man. As soon as Canelo would get into that certain range, you would jab him. We didn't see any lateral moves where he would throw, push off to the side, as we used to see Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo was almost smothering his shot because he couldn't stay at range with him. And Terence Crawford runs off counter combinations. It would be a wider margin if they fought again.
Everything changed after that win. Crawford's transformation from one of the greats to perhaps the best of his time occurred in an instant. Fans, experts, and even other athletes said, Bud isn't just after legends. He is one.
Thank you, GOAT, because you are the GOAT of this era. Terence Bud Crawford.
This is where things went really crazy. After the fight, Canelo Alvarez, who had fought Mayweather and Crawford when they were at their best, said something that shocked everyone in the boxing world. Canelo said Crawford was better.
And lastly for me, champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Take that in. While Floyd Mayweather was at his best, Canelo fought him in 2013. He will battle Crawford in 2024 when he is at his peak. And it's not just praise that he said Bud was the tougher and better fighter. That statement will change the course of events for good.
You ready? Canelo, choose one, please. Guys, we gotta go. We don't. Can you elaborate on why Crawford is better than Mayweather? Just a little bit of detail.
Oh, he can switch. He's very smart guy. He's better.
Floyd has said for years that Canelo is easy work. He built his own mystery around how easily he beat young Canelo. Canelo now says that Crawford is better than him.
You can take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
That sort of situation adversely affects Mayweather, as Floyd's brand and personal reputation are among the most prominent in the industry. Then there's this new group of people, some of whom were his opponents in the past, who think Crawford is better than him. You know Mayweather. He has a tremendous ego. Floyd started to move differently after what Canelo said got a lot of attention. He started doing interviews, which was a sign of something big, not for another show or to make quick money in Japan. This is a real return. Floyd Mayweather has said that he wants to fight properly for the first time in years. Whose name does he know? You already know this, Terence Crawford. It's not just about money. It's about leaving a mark. It's about being proud. Floyd is trying to encourage everyone to remember that I am still the best. No one can beat me yet.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
But wait, there's more. Floyd had another fight planned before he could even think about Crawford. Floyd is set to fight Mike Tyson in a practice match next April.
A fight that fans will watch for sure is you and Mike Tyson. How's training going, Floyd? Talk to me all about this as you get ready to get back in that boxing ring once again.
Well, not really training right now.
Not yet.
You know, the fight is in 2026. We still, ironing out everything, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exciting for the people and the fans.
Are you going in there to put Mike down and like, hey, this is not, we're going to have fun, we're going to throw a few punches, like I'm taking this seriously and I'm trying to Mike Tyson?
I don't know. I just want to give the fans what they want to see, excitement. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting event.
Let's get real now. That game is already one of the most exciting in the history of the sport. Floyd, who is outstanding at defense, fights Tyson, who is one of the most feared punchers in history. It isn't about points or awards. All of it is about showmanship, fun, and open hatred. And trust me, there's already enough bad blood. Tyson has consistently expressed his lack of respect for Mayweather without fear. He said that he was cocky, that he mocked Mayweather's style, and asserted that if they ever engage in a fight, he will aim for victory. Floyd thinks that beating Tyson in that show will help him move ahead. It will help Crawford's story if he looks good during the fight with Tyson. But if Tyson throws that one punch and makes Floyd look bad, that's it. The Crawford fight is over right now. Floyd is 50 years old and just lost to Tyson, who is even older. No one wants him to team up with Bud.
The greatest of all time, Evander Holyfield. Mike Tyson announced he's fighting Floyd Mayweather in 2026. What do you think of that fight overall?
Well, kind of different, the size-wise, by, Tyson heavyweight, and I think weatherweight.
Right.
So it's.
Is it a real fight? Do you think? You think fans should take it serious? Is it a real fight, Mayweather Tyson?
I couldn't think it was real. It goes back to the matter, he's a lot bigger than the guy, so it's weight makes a difference.
In a strange way, Tyson is the guardian. Before he can fight Crawford, Floyd needs to show that he still belongs in the ring. Let's break it down now. Could you please clarify how Mayweather is relevant to this conversation? Just because Floyd is Floyd, Floyd has a record of 50 wins and no losses. He was the best defense fighter in history. A man who was so good that he made world-class rivals look weak. He didn't need more power to knock him out. He didn't need to be big. He had a high ring IQ, great timing, and the power to make you miss by inches and take the hit.
Speaking of boxing, do you think Floyd's the GOAT?
Oh, undeniably. I don't even think it's close. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
As far as like an actual fighter for fight, like fight for fight, pound for pound, the Floyd, how can he not be the greatest? Like as far as like he's never lost. He's the greatest defensive fighter without a doubt.
Even close.
I don't even think it's a debate.
It's not a debate.
Floyd's been hit hard maybe 4 times in his career.
It's not a debate.
He's touched the floor 1 time, bro.
It's not a debate.
How do you fight 50 times and touch the floor once?
Even Terence Crawford has said that Floyd's defense is the best there is. Bud is proud and respectful when he talks about Floyd.
But what makes Floyd the best? So something. He dominated defense.
Crawford looked at Floyd's game and changed some parts of his own to match. But Crawford isn't just another copy of Floyd. He ice outstanding in his own way.
Looking back at like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight, and that's what led him to be so great. You know, because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions. You know, got the most money for beating the most champions. So it's just like, man, he had this guy, back to back to fight, one after one.
Bud can switch hits and counterpunch, and he can be aggressive or calm when the situation calls for it. Most importantly, he wins fights that if he inflicts harm on you, he won't spare you.
He said afterwards, "You are better than Floyd Mayweather," and I know you don't like those comparisons. I know you don't like when people pitch you two together, but when you heard that, what did you think? How did that feel to hear that from someone like him?
I just was like, well, you know, it's his personal opinion. He was in the ring with both of us, so a lot of people, you know, they can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. You know, one where he felt like he was at the best, you know, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, you know, I don't know, you know, I don't go off of that. You know, Floyd is the best fighter, you know, in his era, and I feel like I'm the best fighter in my era.
The fact that you defeated Canelo holds significant importance. Crawford is a talented boxer in all weight classes. He dared to be great, defeated a much bigger opponent, and emerged victorious. In his work, Floyd never took chances like that. Floyd had excellent sense. He picked the right fights at the right times. Crawford walked right into the fire and came out without getting hurt.
It's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Oh, yes.
That makes a difference to people.
So it was exciting to see these two stand face-to-face for the first time in front of the Dawn cameras. Craig thought it was strange. As a child, he watched Floyd, learned from him, and looked up to him. And now that same person is standing across from him as a rival. Floyd felt it was important. In this exhibition fight, There was neither an influencer nor a retired MMA fighter. He did this to show himself and everyone else that he is still the alpha after all these years.
I was excited to see Bud perform the way he performed against Canelo. I think boxing needed that fight. I think Bud showed up in the way he was supposed to. I think Canelo did as well, and the respect between the two men is what boxing is supposed to be. I can't talk about all the eras of boxing because I haven't seen them all, but I've seen Hagler Hearns. I've seen Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. Like I've seen all of those things, and those fights were wars. Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer I've ever seen. He's the most skilled boxer I've ever seen. Bud, and this is just my opinion, is the baddest man I've seen wear boxing gloves. And here's why I say that.
RC.
Here's why I say that. Bud is extremely skilled, right? Yet not as skilled as Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather made people look foolish, right? And so if I had to say who's the greatest I've seen, and Bud said it right, the best of an era and the best of an era, it's Floyd. But when I watched Bud against Canelo, there was this extreme skill on display, and there was a level of crazy that's different. There was a level of, and Floyd's extremely tough. Go back to Shane Mosley and the 2 punches he landed early in the fight and the way that he embarrassed him. I'm not saying that Floyd's not tough, Floyd's not a bad man, but there was domination inside that ring we saw this weekend. And there's no fear in him in the way that he's attacked, gaining notoriety. Bud's been the baddest man for 12 years. But no one gave him credit because he didn't go tell you he was the baddest man. He didn't market that. He just went out and fought and beat people and knocked people out. So he had to move up and take the bigger fights and the better fights. And he was Errol Spence. We realized just how great he was. Canelo cemented him on what is the two-headed monster that marks the greatest of the 2000s. Floyd Mayweather is on that, and Bud Crawford is right next to him. I don't think we have to pick on who's better. I think they both dominated their eras equally.
Hold up, limitless, they can still make a pin in it. I fought the here to witness it.
It wasn't long, but the meaning was clear. Look at me. Crawford seems calm and sure of himself. Floyd had a smirk on his face that you could see. If this fight takes place, it will mean the world to him. But let's be honest, neither man deserves this fight. No one has anything to lose from Mayweather. He will soon be 50. There will never be another boxer like him after he beats Crawford. When he was at his best, the man who was undefeated came back decades later and beat the pound-for-pound winner. What will happen if he loses? People will brush it off because he was old and past his prime.
Where does he rank now, all time? Ending this interview.
Number one, and the only one that he got at top is Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford's this generation guy, you know what I'm saying, accomplishing all the goals that he accomplished.
Matched up? How do they match up, Floyd and Terence?
Hey, I'm like this, man. It's going to be great because Floyd, he's about his work. He put in work. We've been watching it for decades, you know what I'm saying? Him coming out of retirement to do this fight. That's a win for the whole world boxing. Every generation from Floyd's generation to this generation didn't get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on. So
Crawford thinks it's dangerous. People will tell Bud, yeah, but you beat an old Floyd. In terms of his reputation, it doesn't add much. But man, it would be terrible if he lost. Canelo's confidence would be thrown off if he lost to Mayweather, who is 50 years old. It would make everyone doubt everything he's done.
But you before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. He's a GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course he is.
Some people think Crawford doesn't even need to fight because of this. His work has already been finished. Canelo lost to him. He has proven that he is the best of this age. He could hang up his cleats right now and always be known as a great player.
Personally, I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today, somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight.
The video for today is now over. Remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you liked it so you don't miss any more movies. Do not forget to write your thoughts in the box below. Watch out for the next video.